Morning, everybody. So we're working on Ruby here. Wheel bearings done. You can see the play up and down here. Pretty good. We're also done with the disc brake. The old style brakes. We're gonna go to the new style brakes here. Do wheel bearings, upper and lower ball joints. We're gonna look at a few other things. Got new tires. Bunch of stuff here for Ruby. We're gonna get a look at after and go from there. Oh, I got that one, all off. I got the armor plate here, this guy, which used to go up there, off. Cracked the front nut, got the tire off. Tie rod end off. Upper sway bar with the ball joints off. Lower. I've also come over here and cracked this brake line here, and now I should just be able to finish taking the castle nut here off. This might need some love, might not, we'll see. The brakes are pretty pooch underneath, as is everything. This one's not too bad. That's off. The old hub, as they say. I might have to pound that out. I don't know yet. This is just going to be awesome, but there's those and those I gotta get now, and this whole brackety piece comes off, and we're on to the next stage. I've used the fork tool. This funny guy, Pounder Man, popped that guy, popped this guy, and I popped this wonderful one down here. Also took the 4 screws out so that comes off. You're left with this, my tie rod end, that. See, this is why you need that fork again, I think. So, grab the fork, put her in, and off it goes. Left with the axle. Lower ball joint here, we'll have to punch out of that. Upper, we're going to pull out of this. You can see she's shot. There's the upper half. Tie rod end seems okay. Axle here, we're going to have to do some cleaning up. And then we'll start taking out the rest of the stuff and then start mounting the new stuff. I got the upper ball joint press going here. And I'm about to punch it out. I'm already halfway there. Got the lower out, got it out of there. We'll have to redo the bearings, clean this up, maybe give her a paint. And then after I punch this out, we're on to assembly. Alright, got the new hub on, or rather new upper, new lower, all new bearings, bushings, seals there. Gonna reuse the old tie rod. Didn't see much, I'm just gonna double castle it because I lost the bolt that goes above the castle. And then I still gotta tighten that down. And brake line is nicely tucked up. And then we're going to start mounting the Super ATV disc brake conversion kit. Drum to disc. Alright. We got the disc mounted. That on there. We had to punch out the studs off there and put new ones on. You can see she's looking awfully good. Got to mount the caliper. Get the line down. And then we can move on. All new. Woo! She is more or less reassembled here. Kind of shut down. They only sent me 4 of these, and I need 4 per side. So there really isn't much sense putting this back together. I'm gonna go see if I can get some more of these and then come back at it. Alright, got her all in. Everything tied down. Just gotta get rid of that air line from the old breather. Disc brakes, cotter pins, everything's in, everything's new, everything's golden. And to do the other side now. So what I ended up having to do here is I cut some brass pieces down, those brass pieces, so that they matched, and I made a few more of my own. Alright, so the other side here, take this off, punch those out, punch that out, take this off, take that off, take that off. Yeah, we're in for it. don't know if that wheel bearing's shot or not, but it's coming off and getting replaced. So we've got the upper ball joint out. We got the hub off, everything disconnected. And we're just going to clean this up, press a new ball joint in, do some new pieces still. I don't even know if I need to take that off. And then the other plan is maybe to replace this little piece here and build a little bit more of a bumper. Something with a little bit of armor here, and maybe a little dip over in here kind of thing. I don't know. We'll take a look at it and go from there. So I've got it as far as here. The hub is back on, everything's in. Just need a little bit of tightening down. I started working on, see those little pieces there. Plan is to have another piece go here and then another one there. Kind of had an accident with the grinder. Kind of shutting myself down here, you know. But she's coming along. New tires. That's front and rear. Woo, going on. All right, guys. I'm gonna have to shut her down here for a while. We'll get back on this here next week, though. Hey everyone. Okay, so we're back today. I got everything kind of all tied in there nicely. Upper ball joints, everything. Done some healing. I'm cutting my hand, but I'm starting to put that in. Then I'm gonna build these pieces into the hub, which I had to punch the studs out of, and I gave her a nice clean. And then mount that up with the caliper. This guy, he goes on there. I don't break pad this thing. Actually, it goes flips over it there, but that's how it goes. And I'll take a couple more little videos on the way, and this side will be done too. And we can move on to the bumper. Alright, this is another reason why getting stuff off the internet sucks. Missing the springs that hold these together. This whole kit has been missing a bunch of stuff, so, well, I'm going to have to try and disassemble the other one and then go find some parts from the parts store. On to the next one. Got the tires on, got the brake calipers all on. Everything's buttoned up. That line down is from the old breather hose, just like the one that's over here. I'm just doing a little bit of brake. Oh man, those are some meaty tires. Some big shoes on this bad girl. Look at that. Bam! We got the Milwaukee Impact. We have Ruby all turned around here. Old tires. So we're going to replace all of that with some disc brakes. I might just end up rebuilding this whole axle. You see it's leaking over here on this end seal. And a little bit there out of that. Forgot to put some silicone last time I rebuilt it, that's why. But we got her up on some jack stands this time. A little safer. And it's starting to rain, of course, like always, because I'm working on the quad. Alright, got her all blocked up. She's looking good in the front. Still got to do some stuff with this bumper here. You see there's missing here. I'm thinking about a couple places to make it kind of look more like that. That's the look. This side was pretty heavily damaged. That's why we decided to clean it up and do it again. But all new disc brakes. Still haven't cut the breather hoses off yet, but we're getting there. Light bar. I'm going to change some of those out. And then get these meaty mofos on there after. Is the plan. Taking those off. Oh, this tool makes it so much easier. I usually do this with a hand. This is just an awesome machine. Tire's done. Now let's do the other side. Just that quick. Yeah, we turned some tires inside out. Like this. They're off next generation of Rubicon. So instead of 2x5, they were 5x2. Hey, do what you got to do. Tires are off. So I'm gonna get this off, just the cable, I think. Pop that out, the hub nut, and then this should pop out from my memory. But I gotta do that side as well. A little bit of 5-bar action maybe. And work on that. As you can hear, it's starting to rain pretty good. Always rains when I do stuff. Joys of backyard mechanics. All right, let's get at it. So I'm at this stage here. Got most of the stuff off, both axle nuts. Can't really see it, but it's not knowing what it wants to do out. It's switching between pouring rain and snowing. So I'm just gonna keep cracking those, and then I expose the brake. Just try not to hit my hand again, because that's gonna shut me down if I take another one of those. Well, I'll check in with you guys when I get this apart. All right, guys. I don't know if you guys could see. She is just calming down. Snow, 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 snow. Anyways, I got all the bolts off this. I gotta pull that off, and then there should be 4 bolts or so holding this the back of this assembly on. But I think I'm gonna shut her down here. The snow is not letting up, and I am getting absolutely soaked, and it's making tools slip and me smash my hand a bunch. So I'm gonna shut her down, I think, for now. All right, I couldn't help it anyway, so I'm gonna pop it and see how she looks. Oh, bunch of stuff falling out. Yeah, look at that mud on there. Oh, she's chooched. She is chooched. Oh, man. Look at that mud in there. And that is why. Look at that. Oh, even did a brake pad in. At least part of it. But there should be a few more bolts. There. And this comes off. Then I can take this off. Pop that air breather hose, but I'm gonna need to put that one back possibly, and call it done. Back at it here. I'm gonna remove those 4 bolts back there. See 3 of them there. Pop this whole piece off and keep going. Stop raining finally. All right, as you can see here, I got a broken axle seal. Yay! It's leaking water out of the axle. Awesome. I just popped this a little bit here. I'm gonna pop it the rest of the way off. There it is. And yeah, actually maybe not. Oh yeah, because there should be a dry tube. So yeah, inner axle seal is done. Great. Looks like a full rebuild of it. I'm gonna pop the other side off here. And there she is. She definitely didn't make a great seal last time. I could see some water on it. See a little bit of water on it there. So, yeah, she didn't make a great seal, and she smells cooked. Time for a fluid change anyway, so I guess we'll just keep going here. I'm gonna clean that up, all that fluid up. And probably have to pop these ones off. I think I gotta pop all this off, but I don't remember. Drain the fluid the rest of the way out of here, so I can put the seals in this, stack it that way. Might be able to do it all from inside here, but I doubt it. But we're gonna keep going here. Got that piece off, got the shock off. Just about ready to take this off. Give it a little bit of love here. There she goes. Okay. Oh, she's still pretty stiff. That's a good thing. Oh. Ah, there we go. Alright, I know I see that it's leaking all on the ground. I should have a catch can. Here we go. That guy. Bearing looks good on this side at least. Put him down, and then there's this sleeve thing that should pull out this way. It does. I'm gonna put him in that piece. Gotta punch that bearing. You can see it here rather. The seal is a little fudged. Punch that bearing out and go from there. Realized I'm a bit of an idiot. Took the shock off, but I'm only attached to the swaying arm pieces, so I thought it was on the frame for some reason. I'm not. Yeah, we're gonna have to reset that up on the frame in order to keep going. So I'm gonna work on that, And then we're gonna try this again. Fix that, but as you can hear around me, things aren't going great outside. It's just starting to snow again. Oh my god. Alright, so I want to fully take that down. I'm going to probably clean it up and paint it again while it's down. But as you can hear, it is wonderful outside. Got everything all cracked off here. There goes the hitch. That side. Clean him up in a bit. Got here. A nice little O-ring. So you see that little piece? She's broke. And that was what was letting all the fluid leak. Alright, I'm going to punch all this out. Punch all that out. And then go from there. Alright, I got her kind of stripped down. I got her lightly cleaned up here. I still got to do those. I got to find some silicone here to get this back together so that I can let it sit overnight before I fill it with fluids. But I just wanted to clean up around it a bunch so that once I have it all back together, I can finish cleaning it all up. Plug that end, plug the other end, and then clean it all up. But I just wanted to make sure all the mating surfaces are good so I can put the inside bearings in and stuff first. Just putting this a little bit back together here. I got to go find some silicone. I can't find any. And then I can put the bearing back in so that I can silicone this gap here. Tends to leak, as you saw from earlier. Clean all the rest of this up. Close her up and then give her a quick paint with some enamel. And you can see it looks a lot nicer there than this does. But it's going to be nice and black like that. And then I'll get some of that done here too while I'm doing it. But I'm out of batteries. So I'm out of battery. Alright everybody, back at it. A little bit of sunshine today. Got rather cold last night. So as you can see, it cleaned up most of the axle. I'm looking like this gnarly thing to that beautiful stuff. But it didn't take very well on this. This was left outside in the -10, that's why. So this will need another couple coats, but I'm going to put it together and just do it outside. It's supposed to be warmer, so I'm going to get at it. Here's a better look of how it turned out. So I've got to clean out some of the grime in there still. Clean this up, clean all this up a little bit more, get the paint off of it. Just put the bearings in. And then I can start to give this maybe a couple more coats. Alright, so I got some of the pieces ready to got everything kind of cleaned up here. All cleaned out. Put a little grease in her. Put her all back together. Put the bearings in. And catch you up in the next step. Alright everybody, so shut down. So the diff here, I got the all bearing redo kit there from All Balls Racing, and it doesn't have the diff seals or bearings. Has everything else. So tried to give it another coat. It's sunny here right now, so I'm hoping this time it'll take. And then I've got the rest of the stuff over there drying. I'm gonna give the bottoms another good enamel layer, and the old stuff that I'm not putting back on, and those new meaty tires, those are going on. Anyways, so it'll be next weekend again before I can get those parts. So see you boys and girls when we get those. Finally got the seals and the bearings. I'm just going to put this together and then show you what it looks like. And then I'll put some silicone on it and then slam it together, let it dry. She's at this stage. Seals are in. She's sealed up. Silicone is drying. I am just going to let her sit and wait before I slam those bolts in. Probably let her dry overnight and then tighten her down. Keep going on it. We're at this stage. You have too many of these and you forget to film. You just zoom through it. So I got her completed here, all back together. Well, more or less. I don't have the axle on the inside, but as you see, got the shocks on, got the tubes on the sides. I haven't put any oil in it, some gear oil. So plan now is to stick the axle in. It goes in on this side all the way through, put the hub and everything on this side, and kind of leave this one apart, and then start putting the Super ATV rear disc brake conversion kit on. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go get the parts out, the tools out, and we're gonna start this, you know, many weeks later, right? All right, here guys, girls, we got the axle, and in case you kind of like some of us, and don't always think about marking what side and which way it came out. That side is bigger than this side and will only fit one way back down inside this. So it only fits one way. Yeah. And it only goes through the one way. See? Pretty shortly here, she's going to come out the other end. I just got to rotate her a little bit in the middle so it grabs the gear properly. There it is. And she's locked in all the way. And then there's this wonderful nut piece here that locks it in. And that's got to go on. And we can bolt her together and start that disc brake upgrade. So I got the axle back in. I've loosely just fit the caliper hub assembly thing here back together. But I gotta read some instructions because I really don't know how it goes. It looks like this ties together. This goes on and gets held on by the axle nut. But I got all these other pieces and bolts, so time to hit the manual. Had it kind of right. Missed a couple stuff, but that's all right. I got that. I just gotta tighten those down, and then according to the instructions, this bad boy goes in here and after, and we just get it to line the splines up. Mount caliper here. And figure this part out. I'm going to tighten this down at least. So here we are looking at this. She's all mounted up. I don't know if she works. I don't even know if we put fluid in this thing. But we just got to mount the tires. Got to tighten a couple bolts down. And bada boom, bada bing. It does look a lot nicer though. Damn. There we go. She's all back together now. Looking so sexy. All cleaned up. Got those nice meaty ones on there. We're gonna do the final drop. Here we go. Boom. There's some choke. Put her in neutral, of course. Bam. Bam. There's some meaty tires. All right, well, Ruby warms up. The only thing that's left is mounting this piece of thing that I made here. It's gonna go there, and Ruby's ready to rock.